Welcome everyone, Michael Jacob at twitch.tv/darkest_mage with another draft. And first pick, first pack. I think the best cards are Hopeful Vigil, Curse Courtier, Surge Ginger, Season of Growth, and Shirai. I'm not drafted white-blue. Shirai is basically the only reason you would ever want to be white-blue. I don't mind trying it. It's a really good card. Let's try it. I actually think these three cards are probably better in white blue than Shirai, but or at least they give you more options. So here we've got Woodland Acolyte. Elvish Archivist is like pretty awesome. The enemy took an uncommon over this. Like Recruiter? Like what? This card is like pretty good. It triggers off like food and rolls, right? So it's like, it's not to mention all the other just random artifacts and enchantments in the set. So it's just like, this is really not that hard to be quite good. I think we have a good start. I have a premiere draft, the day 2 of the Arena Open. I had Shirai in a green-blue deck that looked really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up actually just being green-blue. Yeah, I mean, Utopia Sprawl is like pretty insane. So we will take Utopia Sprawl here. Maybe looking at green-blue, green-white, splashing blue for sure. Shirai is actually a pretty decent splash card. So seems fine. Here we got Root Rider Fawn, Sir Aramont are cooped up. I think a Root Rider Fawn is like pretty awesome, pretty irreplaceable, cuts off green. I'm passing some white cards, but this is just not a replaceable card. Like, you need to have these cards in your deck. Here there's Garruk's Uprising. And also Shatter the Oath. Both excellent cards in combination with Elvish Archivist, because they're both enchantments. But Back for Seconds is also good with Elvish Archivist, because Elvish Archivist always dies. So getting it back is excellent. Liquor Coin also works with it, because makes a treasure token, which is an artifact. So there's a lot of synergy here. I'm gonna take the Back for Seconds. It makes our Shirai look kind of medium minus, but I think Back for Seconds is like going to be great in this sort of strategy. A third Sir Aramont. Curse of the Werefox works with our Elvish Archivist, but I actually don't like this card very much. It's actually like completely worthless when you're behind, because to actually have to be able to untap with a large creature, then I have to enchant it, is actually relatively difficult. So I would most likely rather have something else. Between Beanstalk Worm and Sir Aramont, I think it's crazy to pass Sir Aramont over for this. Like, they're both 5 drops, but Sir Aramont has its output is so much greater than just a random 5/4. Here, Living Lectern is actually really, really good with Elvish Archivist. It's both an artifact and an enchantment. So the Living Lectern gives it +2/+2, and you get to draw 2 cards, because it draws a card off itself as well. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't like Kellen's Lightblades at all, so we'll take this, I guess. Wow, there's really not much going on here. I don't mind Corvold. It's quite good with Elvish Archivist. Puts 2 counters on it. Draws a card with its business and enchantment. Does it all, right? That being said, it's pretty unlikely I'll be playing it, but I don't know which one of these cards I'm most likely to be playing. I'll take the Corvold, but I have a feeling we're not going to play it. So here we have 3 bowls of porridge or season of growth or beanstalk worm. Porridge, I don't mind. Beanstalk worm, I do like. Minecart Daredevil, this is a little bit late for this card. This is actually like has all good cards in it. I'm gonna take the season of growth just because that has the highest output, like the highest highs. But ceiling on that card is quite high. Candy Trail, I love. Love having that card in our deck. Yeah, this is in case we want to play Shirai. I guess I should have taken Water Wings there, actually. Water Wings is quite good with Season of Growth. This is a 4th Sir Airmont. Let's take the Cooped Up here. Cooped Up is going to be excellent with Elvish Archivist. And it's a removal spell, so really nothing else here. I thought I was going to try to be green-black, but turns out after the back for seconds, there were no black cards. Oh, we found a black card. Lord Skitter is pretty good. Now, the Evolving Wilds would also be quite good in our deck. We pass the Lord Skitter. I think we can just be a green-black-white deck, right? We don't have to play Living Light turns, only blue card. I guess just Shirai, but I think we'll probably be getting black cards in this pack. Black was pretty cut off pack 1. I do like Titanic Growth if I'm playing Season of Growth. Pack is like pretty stains though. I don't mind Rat Out with Season of Growth either, because you can always just cash it out on your own card. So I don't mind taking Rat Out here if I'm playing green black. We have Greta or Shatter the Oath. Probably just take the Greta. Looking like we're gonna be a green black white deck. Which is Vanity. It does everything with Elvish Archivist. Does it all. It's an enchantment and it makes a food and it makes another enchantment. Kitty Trail is great because it gives you a low-cost way to search for your Elvish Archivist. Yeah, 3 triggers for 2 mana, yeah. But the thing is, it's pretty unlikely that Elvish Archivist lives that long. Elvish Archivist also works quite well with Not Dead After All. I mean, outside of them torching it, any other way they kill it is gonna... Oh, no. 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 Why are they in the same pack? I love these 2 cards. No. Glutton? Glutton is not even close to as good as these 2 cards. That's a hard pass for me. I think Tailspan Lookout might be better, but I'm gonna take the hit. I'm gonna take the Hunter. This is an enchantment. This is an enchantment. This is an enchantment. This is an enchantment. I had 4 auras for that thing already. Even if I get a Glutton, I'm not playing it. I don't know what chat's obsession. What is your obsession with the Glutton? It is not a very good card. Big Mac AG, thanks for the Prime, appreciate it. Hope Twitch and YouTube are going well for you. Thanks for the content. Oh yeah, they're going okay. We like him. You may like him. I will happily not have it in my deck, and I will happily have it in my opponent's decks. We can all be happy. I can just never draft Hammerglutton, and you can just always take it. Alright, here's a Prism. Seems fine. Griffin Irie? I like that card a lot. I would like it with the combination with the Sky Beast Tracker. But... Oh, here we are. Found one. Titanic Growth. Wow. Nobody's playing blue? Aha! Maswa Dreadknight, an excellent choice. We actually might table... We're going to table Scream Puff from this pack, either Scream Puff or Tempest Heart. So this is going to be great. Looking like a good deck. Well, Seasonal Growth is looking suspicious unless we find some ferocious werefoxes. Condi Grapple or Tough Cookie? I think with Back for Seconds, I'm more inclined to have a creature than a non-creature. It's like a pretty insane uncommon, also an artifact for Archivist. Yeah, we do need removal in this deck. I completely agree we need removal, but that's what this pack is going to be for. Here is a Condi Grapple. Sounds great. Ferocious Werefox, sadly, getting passed. Not the card I wanted to pass, but here we are. Here we have Crystal Grotto. I don't like Sewer Witch that much, especially when I'm not ratting. So we'll take the Grotto here. I don't hate this Verdant Outrider either. I think this card's like, it's actually risen in stock quite a bit for me. Season of Growth isn't 100% in the deck. Oversold Cemetery. Or Cooped Up. Or Rawan's Grim Search. I mean, we need the removal spells, right? So I guess Cooped Up is it. Oversold Cemetery, I think, is a scam. We only have 9 creatures in our deck anyways. Oversold Cemetery is likely just worse than Back for Seconds, which we already have. Ruiner of Picnics or Brave the Wilds. Ruiner of Picnics is pretty good with Season of Growth if we want to play it. Brave the Wilds is going to be a good card no matter what. I think I'm going to take the Brave the Wilds. Because I don't think I'm actually going to be playing the Season of Growth. Holy moly, another Utopia Sprawl? Although we don't have a lot to do with it. Gosh, that Tangle Span Lookout would have been so good if we had it. And an Evolving Wilds. Alright, so the Tempest Heart came back. Actually, Arch Reaper seems reasonable in this deck, actually. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. I don't know if we're going to play that one, but it's on the list. I don't mind this Verdant Outrider. We might end up playing it. Maybe don't need this Sky Beast Tracker. I like having a reach creature in my deck, but... Ooh, are we gonna play this? I might actually play that one. I don't Maybe it's not better than like a Rowan's Grim Search. How many creatures do we have? 11 creatures. Would like one more creature. Back for Seconds is a creature. Break the Wilds might be a creature, so it's not like it's kind of fake. I don't mind this card. Is it better than Rat Out? Works well with Greta, works well with Archivist, works well with Tough Cookie. Oh, Depostart's fine. Griffin Irie is looking suspicious. How much food do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus not dead after all, plus back for a second, so I've got like 8. If I had just had like one of the Scream Puff, I can't. Who took all the Scream Puffs? Yeah, I'm taking out a land. I'm playing 16 lands. Who took all the Scream Puffs? That is my query. All right, I'll try the Griffin Irie out. I'm not sure Griffin Irie is better than any other card. Would have liked one more food in the deck to really justify it, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I needed one more Scream Puff in this deck. I go first, looking good. Did I keep 17 lands? I don't mind it. Gotta make sure we don't get Flicker coined by playing Greta next turn. You gonna torch me, bro? You gonna torch me, bro? No, just play a 3-1. It'll be fine. You don't need to torch me. You got me. I'm not blocking. Alright. Well, I don't know what we need yet. I'm gonna play Greta. Am I blocking? I might. If they kill our Greta, we'll block. I don't like playing Crystal Grotto here because I don't know what I need. If I draw a land, I can look for like other things, but looking for a specific land, I'm not a huge fan of because like, what if there's a Terminate on top of my deck? Like a Terminate's a fine draw. Like to play Crystal Grotto, you need to have an idea of what you're actually looking for, and I don't really have an idea what I'm looking for quite yet. So I think the Scry would be wasted if I played it now because I would basically be making an uninformed decision on what I want to draw. That's not great for us. See, we drew Sir Airmont. So Or we drew a 5th land for Sir Aramont. Maybe they let us draw a card. I doubt it. Oh, they let us draw a card. Oh. Well, that makes things easier. Tapped in black. Why does that matter? We're not gonna have any mana anyways. Oh, cantrips. Well, can't be that bad. Mm-hmm. Elvish Archivist, ladies and gentlemen. First pick of the draft. I think what happened was our opponent had Goblin Bombardment, and they didn't use it to kill our Archivist on turn 2 by sacking their 1-drop, which led to their demise. Also, not responding to my cooped up after I paid the ward cost by sacking the creature. Maybe I don't know about that one either. Basically, they allowed me to draw a card so that they would have like a seal of 1 damage in play. And there are certainly spots where that might be good, but that wasn't one of them. Wow, the predictions. We have 4 people thinking I'll get 7 wins. 1 person saying I'll get odd, and then 2 people saying that I'll get odd, and then 3 people will be getting even. All right, I see how it is. What are the odds, you think? What are the odds they have a spell stutter or a grapple? They have to have one of them, right? Let's play the Sweet Tooth Witch. Nothing? They have neither spell stutter nor candy grapple? It makes sense to get a second white because it makes our cooped ups. I can like play it and activate it in the same turn. Ah! So I could play Greta. I could play Greta and put a counter on my Lord Skitter, or I can let them trade off, which is a better play. If I can play Greta, put a counter on this, or I can play Greta, draw a card after they trade. I think I'd rather draw a card after they trade. Okay, they don't even trade. That's troubling news. Would rather that had not happened. I guess it's... there's a case to be made to play Prism instead, because these are representing 2/2 flyers. Do I really want to sack a 2/2 flyer? I'm not sure I do. Maybe this is a better play. Well, 3 life and a 2/2 flyer they're representing. Greta gives me quite a lot of options. Goodness gracious. Can upgrade our rat to a 3/3 land. All right. The problem with doing this now is they have the Balloon and Gatekeeper to bounce it, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I do get a land out of my deck and a mana Sage for next turn, which might be relevant, so. I could have animated Utopia Sprawl to make it 4/4 instead. Maybe that was better. I didn't think about that. Turns out the Mana Sade was quite relevant here. So if they're gonna block, I'd rather they block with this than this, right? So I guess I'll cooped up this thing. There can only be one king. Long live the king. I will freely admit that I have an unnatural love for Griffin Irie. I put it in decks that maybe it's not ideal in. I just really like the card. I like it a lot more if I had Curse Courtiers. I never seem to have them though. I want to verify. Are we 16 lands? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, we are 17 lands. You're right. I want to take out a swamp for a spell. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm already playing the Not Dead after all. Forest for Grim Search. I don't hate that either. You're speaking my language when you say stuff like that. Be careful. What do we play the Whisperer? Hey, Octavius, thanks for the Prime Gaming. Appreciate it. You've been it's pleasantly... Oh, yeah, you didn't think about it? You've been pleasantly surprised the Irie? Yeah, like... I play Irie a lot. Way more than I should. But it has frequently been for me 2 mana, 3/2/2 flyers. Well, not exactly 2 mana. You know, it's more like 8 mana. 8 mana and 9 life and 3/2/2 flyers. But that's a good deal. Especially since it's 2 mana 4 times, right? Like, imagine when your stuff like Feed the Cauldron turns into kill a 3-drop and get a 2/2 flyer. Or your Sweet Tooth Witch turns into a 3/2 and a 2/2 flyer. And then you're also your Raised Deads add another 2/2 flyer to all those as well, right? So it gets out of hand really fast. Goodness. I'm like almost incentivized to hold on the Utopia Sprawl, but we're not going to do that. The reason to hold is if I draw Elvish Archivist, it like cycles, right? Got me. I'm glad we took out a land. We're down to 16. Alright. Surprised they don't play the 2-mana 1/3. Two-mana 2/2. Oh ho. This is actually relevant, which one I get rid of. Frantic Firebolt exists and counts all of these. So I guess I will take the Sleight of Hand. It's slightly worse to take Picnic Ruiner because like Howling Galefang and Sentinel of the Lost both trigger off Picnic Ruiner being exiled. But I don't think they're green, I think they're blue-red. Yeah, I mean, that was a legal play. Oh, Edgewall Inn and Tomb Seeker, both excellent points. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, you're totally right. Edgewall Inn and Tomb Seeker. Yep. In green are the cards that I mentioned. In black, they have Raised Deads, of course. No, you're totally right. Appreciate you bringing it up. I guess I put it on the Fawn, right? Just diversify my threat portfolio. There's also Aquatic Alchemist, right? There's that 1 in a blue, 1/3. You can play 2 in a blue to put it on top of something on top of your deck. They wouldn't want any of those cards, but it is something to consider. So this is what it's like to just have the Sewer King. Just have it. Our opponent spell stuttered our 3/2 on turn 2. But after that, they were mana screwed. Oh yeah, you were bummed we didn't get to kill their Prodigy with Witch's Vanity. It happens frequently enough. The thing is, Adam, I've seen that happen many times before. It's actually like not a horrendous play, right? It's like, it replaces your draw step with a look at the top 2 if you had an extra mana the following turn. I've seen it happen. It's actually, you know, not that bad. Like, if you're planning to play another 3-drop anyway, you might as well, like, hey, outside of hand looking for a land at top 2 cards instead of 1, right? We have this card in our deck? I'm gonna draw Ariet's Whisper instead of a Swamp here and be pretty unhappy, I'm sure. Leave me alone. Don't you dare candy grapple me. No grapples allowed. No apples, no candies. Bitter chill? How dare you? You wouldn't dare. Alright. That's actually troubling. Alright, fine. I don't see this card played very frequently. Aha! Swamp to save the day. Had it the whole time. Trust. Yeah. I guess I'll let my Root Rider Fawn have Suspend 3 if our opponent mulligans. I'll take that. Ah! It's alright. We got big plans. Big plans. Big plans. Look, I'm not gonna say we didn't get lucky. We have 4 swamps in our deck. Alright, we have a little bit. I mean, we have more than 4 swamps, but you know what I mean. You know, we have 4 swamps, basically. I think if I tanked more, they would block. I got 6 mana next turn, so I can use Puny Snack and Exile for Cooped Up. We only have 4 swamps. We also have a Grotto. We also have a Brave the Wilds. We also have a Prophetic Prism. We also have 2 Utopia Sprawls, right? I mean, we had a lot of black. We only have 4 actual swamps in our deck, but we did have a lot more than that, if you know what I mean. Like 9 virtual swamps, but 4 real swamps. Man, they are just out. They are out to get this Root Rider Fawn. How reasonable is it to do this instead of... I think Puny Snack is still better. Did it before damage because it has trample. We blocked the wrong one. They draw a card, it's a land, they play a 6-drop. They still have 2 cards in their hand, right? So this is still going to be fine next turn. The problem is if I like let them on tap with Johan, horrendous things could happen, right? Chump attacking here. They don't know I'm chump attacking. Clearly I am. I didn't attack the witch, right? But I'm chump attacking. Decent cards. I think it's worth it to jump attack there. To get an extra card. Just to like, you know, snowball this game, right? We could conceivably lose. I mean, they top deck, like... do we have lethal? We are a little bit short of lethal. Not much, but we are short of lethal. Do I want to play the Utopia Sprawl? I think I do. A reason why I wouldn't would be... if I want to top deck Elvish Archivist, I would draw a card off the Archivist if I held on to the Sprawl, right? But I think this is probably better. I mean, this is a losable game. They could have, end of turn, the Hornlock Whale, untap, tap 2 creatures with a stun, right? I mean, that was a losable game. We could have maybe played around that. Or even, like, flick a coin into tap your 2 creatures into Song of Totentas would have also killed us. It was totally a losable game. There are combinations of 2 cards that definitely kill us there. Even Twisted Fealty plus anything that kills a 3/2 kills us there. So probably could have played a little bit better, a little bit tighter in the end. Maybe chump attacking was wrong because I still had so much to do. Yeah, 2-headed Hunter with tapping. Yep, that does it too. Yeah, I think we actually played it a little bit loose. Maybe totally could have. I think the chump attack was actually wrong in retrospect. Now that I think about it more. I could have also, I could chump attack the next turn. I wasn't on any rush, and I had a lot of cards to play, so I think it was a mistake. So, do you think we play Root Rider Fawn, or which is Vanity turn 2? The thing is, if I play Fawn, I'm not blocking. So I might as well... I think I like Vanity more. I mean, there's like 0% chance we block if they attack, right? There's just way too many things that punish us for doing for blocking. Well, I'm not sure playing Sir Ermont on turn 4 is, you know, a priority. But I think we play Sweet Tooth Witch here, actually. This is because next turn we can play 2/2 drops, right? So... question is, do we block? The problem with blocking is we throw away a Wicked roll. We can't block anyway, so it's fine. The Wicked roll is +2/+2 from our current state, so... well, that's not bad. Question is, do we offer the trade? Are we gonna take 3? We're not gonna take 3, right? So I don't run no attacks, no blocks. So oh. Okay, well, that was a mistake. That's alright. Definitely needed to play Utopia Sprawl and block first. Awkward. It's free when I do that. I mean, it may not matter. It would allow me to have a Root Rider Fawn untap 2/4 next turn, so that's like relevant, sort of, right? So I see that's a reason to not block the 2/1 on turn 2 if I play Root Rider Fawn, right? So I don't think it mattered that I missed this. Do I have lethal next turn? I think I do. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got lethal. Alright. So if I attack, they have to chomp. This is 12, so they have to block. They block this. I think I keep both. I think I keep both, crack this, and play this. Let's just crack both of our foods here. It's the safest line, I think. Plus I can utilize Rider Farm for blue to draw 2, discard 2 if I think I'm in a bad spot. I will block the rat here. They attack. I'm not going to block the 3-2. I can gain 6 life if I need to, so... Candy Trail is pretty good there. I like Candy Trail a lot. I like just how cheap it is at getting to your rares. You know, just the 1 mana scry 2, and that helps you go from 2 mana to 3 mana. Searches for your best cards. It's so cheap at what it does. So, not to mention there's like so much stuff that randomly just like triggers off artifacts dying or coming into play or counting your foods. Trying to think. Sugar Rush is like... I'll just take it. So the Dob, right? I have 1 blocker. I sack both these foods to deal damage to them. They're at 4. Oh, they're not. Yeah, they're at 4. They block this, they die. Yep. I don't know about making yourself that on board, but... Maybe they thought I didn't see it. We ended up not casting a Sir Airmont at all. I was told that Sir Airmont is bugged on Arena, that it doesn't work on enemy curses, but I haven't seen it come up yet. This Sir Airmont does not discriminate. It just says, hey, do you have an aura? I don't care who controls the aura, who owns it. If your creature is enchanted, boom, +1/+1. So the idea is that if Sir Airmont gets cursed, he should be a 2/2 and not a 1/1. His curse doesn't remove abilities, and Sir Airmont's ability does work on himself. I haven't seen it come up in a game yet, so I couldn't tell you if it's still bugged. I did hear about it was bugged, though. Utopia Sprawl is quite a Magic card. Do I think this is a pretty good limited format? Yes, it's a great limited format. Utopia Sprawl, like, what is... Can you believe that people pass this card? When they're green? This is a turn 2 Root Rider Fawn, turn 3 Sir Airmont. Like, what? Somebody in our Discord posted a draft pack that had, like, a bunch of really good uncommons. And one of them was Utopia Sprawl. And, like, people seem to agree to take cards that weren't Utopia Sprawl in the green deck. And just like, there's just no chance I'm passing Utopia Sprawl. I'm just not, it's just, if I'm playing green, there's no way I'm passing it. Like, outside of Gruff Triplets, there's, like, really no reason to do it. The Mighty Brute. It is here. It is here! You have a 1/1, and I have this. Witchstalker's Frenzy. Like it? Good play. Alright. But at this point, we're just not going to draw any lands, right? Or we're going to draw only lands? That's what I meant to say. Oh. You take those. Probably. Wish I had maybe done it in the other order, but I couldn't have, so... Alright. We'll miss 2 damage to draw a card here. Uh-oh. If they don't kill our Archivist, we are going off. Worse than Hamlet? Oh, Hamlet Glutton because it doesn't get Witchstalker Frenzied? I'm not sure. Like, did you want me to sack Utopia Sprawl for that? You can have them. Were they any good? Are you happy with your... Apparently, they are not terribly happy. It's a swamp. I'm resisting the urge to cooped up at Gingerbread. I don't have any rat outs in my deck, so I don't have to worry about that. Unfortunate that we didn't draw, you know, anything to play out of 2 cards. But... You would do it? They have a Decadent Dragon in Suspend Land. What are you talking? What are you? Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing here? Tempest Heart. This is what Tempest Heart is for, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it is for. Oh, baby. I got some haters on Tempest Heart. I always have haters on Tempest Heart. Always. Always, always. This thing overperforms. Our opponent has 2 cards. Or they may be just green cards they can't cast. That could be true. Alright, now they can cast one of our cards. Oh, the value! Whoa, that's a lot of value. I'm not sure they have time for the value. Now they get value. They get to end the game with 12 cards in their hand. That's a pretty good draw, right? Is that lethal? The chump of Gingerbread here. I take 5, go to 6. I get a 2/2. I don't think that's what I'm looking for, right? Maybe it's better than a random card. I'm probably gonna need to play the 2-drop to get back in this, right? It is a 2/2 flyer at the very least, right? They're like virtually at 4 here. So I can use Sweet Tooth Witch to chuck a food at them. They're virtually at 4 and they're facing down 4 attackers. So they need to kill Sweet Tooth Witch and Tempest Heart and go to 2 and then deal with 2 creatures next turn. Oh, expel the Interlopers? That would be good. Okay, a Torch the Tower here would be sufficient. But we did keep Witch's Vanity on top for this, just this very scenario. Because I was thinking that they had to have play a 2-drop to get back and even have a shot to here, right? So it's the reason why we kept it. "5-0, 6-0, 6-0 with this stack. Doubters in shambles. The odds have already lost. Now we have to decide whether the evens are going to win. I had a prediction earlier, and the prediction was 7 or more wins, evens or odds. So 1, 3, 5 or 2, 4, 6. I guess 0, 2, 4, 6. Should probably put that in there, but we don't do 0 wins, right? I mean, come on. What kind of Looney Tune has 0 wins? Certainly not this guy. I would never 0 wins. Is that better? What do you like better? Do you like 0, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, and 7? Or do you like 0 through 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7? I kinda like odds versus evens. I think that's better. But you think 0-4 versus 5-7, just having 2 options? What if it was 0-5 to 6-7? I don't play Commander, couldn't tell you. This is a competitive channel. We typically deal in high-level tournament practice. So Commander is about as far away from that as possible. We have this card in our deck? Did you know we had that card in our deck? Ah, punished for not getting forest. Massively punished for not getting forest. I got swamp instead of forest. That was really bad. I was thinking about it when I did it. Oh, man. Oh, no! No! Triply punished for not getting a forest. Oh, no, chat. Guess we should have prismed first, looking for a forest, but... Okay, prism in any land would have done it. Are you joking? I think I trample. Not that it would have changed my play at all. No! No! Not like this. There's a chance we double block. There's a chance double blocking this correct for sure. We are doomed. We're Geiga doomed. Kill the witch? I'll get right on it. They didn't do anything? Okay. I mean, we can't beat anything. We're gonna pretend they have nothing. triple block played around like a +1/+1 or a rat out, as well as taking 1 fewer trample. I mean, we're dead to witches. We can gain a lot of life. What are you talking about? We're dead to Greta, not the witches. Maybe we play the land so we can sack Tough Cookie for 3 life, but I don't think we need to do that, do we? Maybe we do. Do this so we draw a card. Oh, we ever played a land that turn? Oh, that sucks. We could use the food for another 2/2 next turn. Oh, that's not great. Forgot about that. Would have blocked Insect. Yep. Well, we don't get a 2/2 that way. We do gain 6 life. Yeah, I think we're dead anyways. That was awkward. What happened that game? Oh, we didn't play a forest. They killed our Archivist, and I don't think there's anything we could have done, right? I mean, we could have fetched for a forest, but us getting our cards out there a turn sooner would have changed nothing, right? So, I don't know what happened that game. I think we just like... What happened that game? How did we lose so badly? They killed our Archivist? They had Greta and they killed our Archivist? I mean, oh yeah, welcome to Sweet Tooth. Oh, that's what happened. Hey, welcome to Sweet Tooth. Make a 10 power creature out of triple block. White or black, I think, are both reasonable options there. The Grotto lets us get a blue for Tempest Heart, so... Lands. It's pretty likely I want that one. Goodness gracious. I'm not sure Tempest Heart's actually better than Greta here. It's close. It's better if I draw a land. Man, Tempest Art has been excellent this draft, despite me having 0 islands in it. Means they have the dwarf. They're attacking with those and not the knight. Like, not the best, but I think I need to use my mana efficiently. So I cast Candy Grapple, it costs 3 mana, but this Utopia Sprawl's on white. So I want to play 2 spells this turn, so that's why I did that. Them using the dwarf is not that great for them here. I mean, it's obvious they had it. Well, the +1/+1 counter is also, like, a little bit more than it seems because I've got Sir Aramont on tap. Unfortunately, we did not draw an untapped land there. I probably should have put a counter on Greta and attacked. But if I did that, I can't Candy Grapple. I need to put 2 counters on Greta and attack. I probably should have put 2 counters on Greta and attacked in retrospect. It's pretty obvious I should have done that. It's alright. This would have been lethal if I had done that. It was a 6/7 trampler, so they would have needed a jump block and go to 2. Wow, that deck was good. Tempest Art was amazing. Gingerbread Hunter amazing. Elvish Archivist amazing. Utopia Sprawl amazing. We had so many cards, we won so fast we didn't even get to do anything with it. We had like Lord Skitter, we had like Mosswood Dread Knight, we had Greta. This deck was so good. Like Griffin Ivory was like fine a couple of games we drew it, right? I think Ariat's Whisper and Ashiok's Reaper were both pretty bad. I didn't think, like, maybe we should have played Titanic Growth instead of Ariat's Whisper. I believe that. That's like maybe a thing we could have done. Yeah, I mean, this is the worst. This is the last. We took out a land for this, and like, you know, it was better than a land, but not really, right? You know, it could have been a rat out. It could have been a Titanic. I think it probably should have been a Titanic Growth or a 4/2. I think both would have been fine. I think Ashiok's Reaper. I think it's also just like, I don't think it's necessarily its fault. It's just like the games don't really pan out as well for it to really shine, right? I mean, it's not a great card to begin with, but I did have I had Brave the Wilds and Candy Grapple to allow me to like cycle away my Utopia Sprawls, which is kind of cool, right? And plus I had 2 cooped up so I can cycle them off Ashiok's Reaper. Like, Ashiok's Reaper is definitely like not a good card. I think it was a reasonable card in this deck, especially since I had 2 Utopia Sprawls, right? So the Prism was like kind of bad. Bizarre Mana was too good. So I guess, you know, got that going for it. But good deck. Not Dead After All was like kind of bad too. I don't think it was its fault. It just, you know, didn't come up as often as we would have liked. So those are probably the 4 weakest cards. Witch's Vanity didn't do a whole lot either. You know, it was like, you know, fine, but would have rather it be like almost any other card. I'm not even sure Witch's Vanity is better than Feed the Cauldron. I think it actually might not be better than Feed the Cauldron. Feed the Cauldron is the 2 and a black. Destroy a creature with mana value 3 or less, and then if it's your turn, get a food. I think that card is like 95% of this card, but flexible, whereas this is like really inflexible. It's sorcery speed. It's it doesn't have nearly as much value in killing. You know, 3 drops are so much better to kill than 2 drops. So, but that's gonna be it for me for this stream. Well, not for this stream, but for this draft. Thanks everybody for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And hope you can draft cool decks like this one. With first pick, Elvish Archivist. First pick, Elvish Archivist, and we were just off to the races. We just took a bunch of artifacts and enchantments everywhere, and some raised deads for it, in case they kill it.